vision and mission of this country.
I am deeply moved and surprised by this appointment. It is indeed an appointment that has never come to my expectation in life. But I cannot have any words to thank His Excellency for the confidence and hope he has in me, or he built in me.
Their colleagues, after keenly listening to the acceptance speech of the newly appointed ministers, welcomed them into the fold, describing cabinet as one big family headed by President Jammeh, whom they all describe as a supportive and development-oriented head.
The important thing about teamwork is every member of the team owning the process, and people will only own the process if they are involved in everything that happens in the ministry. I want to enjoin you to move in that direction, and whenever you get stuck, turn to any one of us, turn to Her Excellency the Vice President, turn to the Secretary General or His Excellency the President. You will be given the support that is needed to help you move forward. You've sworn to 3 oaths, and I want to remind you that those oaths are binding even after you leave cabinet.
As a collective, we will extend our support to you. We will also extend our solidarity to you in our collective responsibility and social duty in addressing the needs and aspirations of the Gambian people, headed by His Excellency the President of the Republic of the Gambia, Sheikh Professor Dr. Alhaji Yahya Abdul Aziz James Jammeh.
I will just change the subject as a family, not a team. Because in a team, there are sometimes you being a reserve player and some playing in the field. In the family, we believe it's all of us. And here is a family. We are more than a team now.
For the Secretary General and Head of the Civil Service and Minister for Presidential Affairs, the most important task for the newest members of Cabinet is the need for them to follow the footsteps of President Sheikh Professor Alhaji Dr. Yahya Jammeh.
I think it's a very special privilege to be appointed Cabinet Minister under the dynamic and inspiring leadership of His Excellency the President, Sheikh Professor Dr. Alhaji Yahya Jammeh. I say this because I've spent, I think, just about two months in cabinet, and I know how much I have grown in that period by learning from him and from the family that Honorable Axia has just spoken about. I can tell you one thing. Since from day one, I've enjoyed the cooperation of all the members of cabinet, and including the President and the Vice President. Anytime you knock on their doors, they are open for consultation, for advice, and everything. And I'm sure they will accord you the same opportunity, the same cooperation. But you'll also have the responsibility to be open to them.
The Vice President and Minister for Women's Affairs, who presided over the ceremony, reiterated the need for cabinet members to be disciplined, diligent, and sincere in the execution of their duties, for President Jammeh is a leader who is always supportive.
But most of all, seek guidance from His Excellency the President. His doors are always open, and the Office of the President. Because he has plans. For each of us here, he has plans, he has programs that he wants to see us achieve in consultation with the Gambian people. As I always say, on these occasions, we are not elected by the Gambian people directly, all of us here. But His Excellency the President has the mandate from the Gambian people. And therefore, we are supposed to help him attain the objectives of that mandate. It's because of what he had delivered in the past that they keep on re-electing him to this position. And therefore, we have a role to ensure that that mandate is realized at all times. The expectations of the Gambian people, I can tell you, is very high. Because people have been used to seeing results, and they want more. Human beings like that, we're all like Oliver Twist. We all ask for more. The more we have, the more we ask for. And that is development. It's a major challenge. But these two sectors are very critical and of concern to His Excellency. We all know.
President Jammeh, according to cabinet ministers, attaches great importance to all ministries, but these two are close to his heart, so they therefore pledge their on-alert support to their newly appointed colleagues. They have a mammoth task ahead of them, but with President Jammeh at the helm of affairs, they were optimistic that with obedience, honesty and dedication, they will deliver as expected. For Grts News, I am Estumane. In another development earlier today, the Vice President and Minister of Women's Affairs, Dr. Aja Aissatou Sedi, received in audience the outgoing country manager of Gambega Limited, Adolfo Marti, who was at the State House to bid farewell to the country's number 2 at the end of his 2-year stint in the country. He also used the opportunity to introduce his successor to Madam Jai Sedi. Mama Jai reports.
In many countries in Africa, but his love for the Smiling Coast is exceptional. These were the words of the outgoing country manager of Gambega Company Limited, Adolfo Martin, shortly after meeting with Vice President Dr. Aissatou Sedi at State House.
It's been a wonderful time in Gambia. I have been here for almost 2 years. I think I had been in a lot of countries in Africa, but this is definitely one of the countries I enjoy more. It's a very peaceful and quiet country, beautiful, so it's been a really delighted experience.
The Spanish national, who will be leaving for Madrid this month, said he was not only at the State House to say goodbye to the Vice President, but to also introduce his new colleague who has been working with Gambega for the past 11 years.
Gambega being a corporate institution, right, will follow a corporate vision. And a corporate vision is to enhance and sustain growth, and that will make Gambega the #1 bottling company in Gambia, and also to recognize Gambega as one of the leading companies in Gambia.
Gambega's new country manager, Uchen Allen, revealed his plans for the country, particularly the women.
We're going to follow the same policy as the corporate institutions and see and ways and means that we can add on. Now, Gambega has done a lot when it comes to corporate social responsibilities, and this year we're planning to give a whole container of medical facilities, and there is something on the pipeline that I would like to share with you, that is the 5x20. The 5x20 is a program that will develop women entrepreneurship. The 5 is like 5 million people by the year 2020. Right. 5 million women entrepreneurship for the year 2020, and it's something that I will bring to Gambia, and very soon we'll kickstart a project where we will get an enabling environment for women to be their own owners of their own business.
The Vice President and Minister of Women's Affairs, Dr. Aja Aissatou Sedi, commended Gambega Company Limited for complementing the efforts of the government by creating job opportunities for Gambian youth. Dr. Njai Sedi further hailed the Coca-Cola Company for maintaining the quality of their products and for fulfilling what she called their corporate social responsibilities by sharing part of their profits with the Gambian people. Madam Njai Sedi assured Gambia government's continued commitment to providing the enabling environment for businesses to operate. Mama J, GRTS.
The judiciary, in partnership with human rights advocates and the Commonwealth Office, has been applying the finishing touches to a document that will pave the way for the establishment of the country's maiden National Human Rights Institute. The document, validated on Wednesday, now awaits parliamentary endorsement. Modu Bajan has details in this report.
Establishing a National Human Rights Institute in the country is the reason for this critical convergence between the Ministry of Justice and the Commonwealth. As Solicitor General Basiru Mahoney explains, the Center will serve as an independent body dealing with human rights matters, as well act as an advisory institute to government. Whilst urging all parties to strive for the attainment of this vital institution, the Solicitor General outlined some of the benefits of a human rights establishment in the country.
The National Human Rights Institution will be seen as an independent body which will be responsible for dealing with human rights matters and as a special advisory body to the government on human rights matters. I therefore implore everyone to keep striving forward with their efforts in the establishment of the final bill and the establishment of the Gambia's National Human Rights Institution, with the aim for the Gambia to achieve the A status, which is coveted by all countries establishing their national human rights institutions.
The acting head of human rights at the Commonwealth Secretariat, Advocate Karin Mackenzie, emphasized the necessity for a national independent human rights